Hey y'all, I'm back. I'm here with another video. I'm feeling a whole lot better. A whole lot of ibuprofen, a whole lot of tea. Shout out to that. So, okay. I need to give a shout out real fast before I even get into what I need to get into. Number one, shout out to Gemini Filmz, number one, because they're the ones who made the show. But let me give a shout out to Mr. Still Standing. If y'all do not know, please go check out his YouTube. He does a lot of different like reviews on shows and stuff like that. I just recently kind of caught on to him because I don't watch Basketball Wives, but I knew about the drama that was going on, and so I was just clicking through videos and stuff, and yeah, so I found, his video on the whole situation, and I was scrolling through, and I really if you're watching Mr. Still Stand, I love your content. You're everything. I go up for you. I'm one of the, however, 15,000 subscribers that you got. I go up for you. You're everything. And because of him, I ran into this wonderful, terrible show called The Come Up Atlanta. Now, let me tell y'all, if y'all go back, I'm talking about to like my first, mind you, I only started my YouTube channel like earlier this year, so it wouldn't take much for y'all to go back. But I reviewed a few episodes of Chasing Atlanta. When I'm telling y'all, hold on, Chasing Atlanta is really my shit. It's really my fucking show. I'm mad that it's off right now, okay? And so ever since I found out about Chasing Atlanta, which was like sometime like last year, I have really been into like the YouTube reality shows and stuff like that. Like, if any of y'all watch, what I will be reviewing when it comes back on is The Real Side Chicks of Charlotte. That is some trash ass, wonderful golden ass YouTube reality show. So I watch Chasing Atlanta. I watch G Status Atlanta. Um, there's a whole bunch of little different shows, but I was happy that I was able to find this one because now I can binge watch. Blah blah blah. Blah. So let me be real. I binge watched this entire season. I didn't get to watch. I'm gonna go back and watch like New York because Mr. Still Standing said that New York was popping, so I'm gonna go back and watch it. But I am here today to review part one of the reunion of the Come Up ATL. Now, before I really get into the reunion and stuff, let me say this. When it comes to like the production and stuff like that, when it comes to a lot of these stuff, a lot of these um program and whatever hell it, these shows on YouTube, I don't hold them to the same standard as I do like a Mona Scott Young production, because people got to work with what they can work with, and you have to slowly but surely get there. My main problem, I can honestly say, if I'm just giving like a really good criticism of this season, is that number one, it's not necessarily like, okay, it's too much cutting back and forth. And I mean, as far as within the scenes, like I understand that y'all want to show like people reactions to what other people are saying, but there are some times like where I literally had to skip past the part, like the episode when Chris, Milan, and Tay Anthony was all at that little table, and they was all talking about, the drama and then the makeover that they were gonna do. It was too much cutting back of cut, like of people's faces. That is very annoying. Y'all could have easily panned the camera back and then just had it shot from that view. But that's just one thing. And my second thing is, I didn't watch last season, so I don't really know, but it feels like there were supposed to be other people on the cast, but for whatever reason didn't make it. And on top of that, y'all put girl Tay at the very end. Like, it's very confusing. So I would just say next season, stop cutting so much back and forth between people reactions. Either try to pan that shit out or do it at a time, but that shit is a lot. And also, can we have all of the cast members from like the beginning? Okay, even if it's not the first episode, because hell, they ain't showed Nene on the first episode, but like by the second episode, can we get into who we need to get into? Because we literally waited to the very very end to get into Blasian. I forgot about Blasian. We didn't get into Tay, none of that until like the second half, like very towards the end. Regardless of that, outside of that, you guys are doing a wonderful job over there. I do think that you guys can there it it's a work in progress. I'm not going to even sit here and shit on y'all like that. It's a work in progress, and I was thoroughly entertained for the majority of the part. Some episodes a little slow, but for the most part, I was entertained, especially towards the end of this season. Like Mr. Stillstander said, y'all got the nerve to pick up the drama that I actually give a fuck about at the end of the season. Y'all really tried me. Y'all tried my whole life. So again, let me say this before I get into the actual reunion. Again, I know I said that before. Let me say it one more time. The only motherfucking person on this show that I seen doing a quote unquote come up is Quay. Now, I don't know. Now, don't get it wrong. I don't know if that is because of how editing was. I don't know if that really has to do with the fact that nobody else is really doing anything else. Or they weren't. They didn't want to show it. But this entire season, the only person I really seen doing something, the quote unquote come up, is Quay. I seen Quay, talk about his career and dance and stuff, which he can actually really, really, really dance. And I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know why, but Quay is fine to me. I don't know why. I don't know why I feel that way. But Quay is so fine. He's so cute. Oh my gosh. He's fine. So me. But everybody else is like, I'm trying to really sit here and go through. Dion, you're pretty much like the Kenya of the show. Milan, you do hair, but I didn't see you do anybody's hair. Chris, did Chris ever say what it was that she did? Because all I know is that she always said that she made money, but I don't know. Oh, she does hair. She does hair. Sorry, because I heard her say she does hair. Didn't see her do anybody hair. Rock, I guess, works for T.S. Madison. I don't know, but it was a whole lot of bullshit. A lot of y'all talking about the come up and ain't nobody coming up with shit, because I don't see y'all doing a damn thing. Okay, that's another part. That's another problem that I have with this show. But it's not just y'all. Everybody do that, because even at Chasing Atlanta, oh, we're going and getting the bag, but y'all don't really show people going and getting the bag. Y'all do. They do a little bit more, but it's a reality show. Whatever. I'm done talking. Let's get to the fucking reunion. Okay. So we got part 1 of the reunion. Now, before I get into, honestly, it wasn't really much. It was only like 30 minutes. But before I get into the actual content, let's get into the outfits. Now, normally, I don't do this because I am nobody's fashion fucking nista. Okay? I'm nobody's fashionista. I'm nobody's makeup person. I'm nobody's hair anything. So when I say literally take my opinion with a grain of salt, please do, because I'm just going by what I see in my personal taste. But okay. So let's start off with Chris. Chris, I did not like what you had on. So sorry. I did not like it at all. I ain't trying to be funny, but I could see up your skirt. I could see up your skirt. Not all the way, of course, but I could see up your skirt. And I feel like, yeah, I just didn't like that outfit. Take off the skirt part. I just didn't like the outfit at all. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was becoming to you. I've seen you throughout the season and better than that. That's just my opinion. My opinion on that. Milan, you looked basic as hell in all black. Dion, you looked basic as hell. You just because you throw on a Louis Vuitton belt, that does not mean that you're popping now. You, Milan and Dion, y'all both sitting next to each other looking like some damn funeral directors. Okay, that's what y'all's giving me. Y'all's giving me funeral director vibes. Okay. Quay, I don't know, maybe because I'm biased because I find Quay cute, but I liked Quay's outfit. But I'm gonna tell you what it is. I liked his outfit more so standing up, because out of everybody, Quay's like the only person's Instagram I went on. And before I watched the reunion, I went through his pictures and I seen him in the outfit. I was like, oh my gosh, I like that outfit. And so when he was on a reunion, I'm like, got it. The jacket is cute. The outfit was nice. You look nice, Quay. You look nice. Okay. Then who we had next? Darion. Who the fuck do you think you are? Are you 50 Cent? Are you 50 Cent? Is this Get Rich or Die Trying? Why are you sitting there with a fucking ill-fitted? That's my thing. If you're gonna get like a vest or something similar to that, why is it not fitted correctly? That was an ill-fitted ass wannabe bulletproof vest. That's what that was. And I feel like you had it on because you think that you big dog. I'm gonna get into him in a second because I really do. He rubs me. He doesn't rub me in all the right. No, he rubs me the wrong way, and I did not like that outfit. You looked a hot, plumbity fool ass mess with that damn vest on. What the fuck was that? fuck was that bullshit? Tay Anthony, you looked okay. You looked fine. I do find it funny that now all of a sudden y'all are best friends. It makes it seem like how fast y'all was able to be cool after y'all fought twice. And not only did y'all fight twice, but the same little incident that y'all kind of made up in, Darian threw a drink at you. I'm sorry. I don't really care how cool I am with somebody, but if I fight you twice, unless they only fought once, somebody remind me, but I could have sworn somebody said twice. If I fought you twice, and on top of that, when I'm walking out the door, you try to like sneak me and throw some shit at me, we're not about to be friends. Not like that. Not like how they was sitting next to each other and old Taze laying his head on him. Absolutely the fuck not. And all of that makes me feel like this entire storyline between y'all two was fake. Clearly it wasn't because y'all really did fight, but it makes me feel like by the time the cameras came around that y'all was actually probably okay. Cause ain't no way in hell, unless they was like, unless they really was brothers, or I won't say brothers, but close as brothers, as Tay was trying to say. Cause outside of that, girl, you got me fucked up. I'm not doing that. I'm not about to be that cool. Not that cool with somebody that I fought, and on top of that, I tried to sneak. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. And then finally, we had the girl Tay. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about Tay. Let me tell y'all something about girl Tay. That is my baby mama in my head. I have a whole man, yes I do. But when I'm telling you, Tay can get it whenever she wants. That girl is fine as, okay? Messy ass situation with her best friend and best friend girl. But sis is fine as hell. I said that the minute that I seen her. Mr. Still Standing calls her Young Miami. That's perfect because when I first seen her, I'm like, who do you remind me of? Young Miami, she definitely do. She looked like her a little bit. And Young Miami is cute too. But Tay's so fine to me. She's so fine. And Tay, I'm letting you know right now, if that shit don't work out with your best friend, look, you will have to share me because I have a man. But sis, I'm pretty sure he don't mind. I'm pretty sure he don't mind, if you want to join the clique, if you want to get down with the crew. Fine. She looked good too. Titties was sitting up. Ooh, she looked amazing. Okay. So the first issue that we kind of got into was pretty much Dion going back and forth with everybody. Dion going back and forth with Tay Anthony, like when they had first met up, because he want to jump in the middle of whatever situation that was going on between Quay and Tay. So he jumped his dumb ass in there. And then the situation between Dion and Rock, they just never liked each other. And let me be real. Dion, I have complicated feelings about Dion. This is pretty much how I feel. Actually, it ain't that damn complicated. He's messy. He's very messy. Is he messy? He's shady. There we go. He's very shady. And he's shady when it's very, very, very unnecessary. Almost every other word or sentence that comes out of his mouth is shade. Even after he just been cool with somebody, it's still shade. However, that nigga is a key sometimes. He really be cracking me up. I'm not gonna lie. Not everything that he says, because some of his jokes like fall flat, but some of that shit really do be funny. Like, what did he say to Mulan? He was like, when they was all about a little pool, Mulan was like, Dion was like, oh yeah, so how was going on, Mulan? Like last time I seen you, you got all up in your feelings. You ran away in your toms. When I'm telling y'all, I was crying. I said, not his toms, Jesus, not his. He said toms. It's little stuff like that Dion says. I feel like Dion is like the Kenya. Oh, I wouldn't say the Nene, but somebody said the Jackie Christie. I give him that. He's like the Kenya or the Jackie Christie because he's very annoying at times and he starts unnecessary drama. But in this type of predicament in this show, it's very much so needed. And I feel like even though Dion and Rock, I don't even care about the issues because their issues to me wasn't even really that real. Rock, you not on this daggone reunion. I don't know if you come next week, but Rock, I don't like you either because you come off very like, I don't know, you come off real uppity. Like you come off like I don't even know, like somebody's supposed to know who the fuck you are. Like I ain't trying to be funny, but like that's how you come off. You come off as if you are better than everybody else around you. Well, not everybody around you, but within that little group or clique, that's how you come off. And you also make it seem like you really gonna put hands on somebody, which, I mean, maybe, but I didn't see you do it that day at the dinner, so you talk a whole lot of but I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just telling you how it comes off. You don't come off very likable, Rock. How about that? Dion might be shady and stuff like that, but to a degree, he's somewhat likable because of what he brings to the show. And I feel like when Rock said to Dion, you bring something to the show, I think that's what he meant. Like, you're super extra and you do the most, and in this format, that probably actually brings something to the show. So yeah. So then, okay, this is pretty much the only reason I wanted to do this video, because of this one simple fucking part right here. I don't even care about, let me see. Anything else? We'll get to the small stuff, but this is what was, okay, so this whole season, all the way up into the very end, there was a disagreement or a beef, what the fuck ever you want to call it, between Tay Anthony and Darion. And to be quite honest, I don't really care for either one of them. Darion in particular, because I said I was going to get in on him. He literally rubs me the wrong way. I do not like his attitude and his self-righteous ass attitude on top of that. Why you gotta have an attitude with everybody? Why the fuck you gotta be so negative all the fucking time? Like somebody said, who the fuck are you to have such an attitude? He low-key gives me like, I've been hurt my whole life, so now I'ma hurt everybody else before they can hurt me. That's what he gives me. I could be wrong, but that's the type of vibes that he gives me. That he was just hurt so much throughout his life. So now that he's an adult, or because I heard that all of these people on here is pretty young. Can somebody tell me like the ages of like Darion and all of these other people, so that I can like get a good gauge on where these people are coming from? But it feels like, Darion, you were either picked on a lot or you were just hurt a lot throughout your life, and now that you're an adult, you are going to be mean to everybody else before they have a chance to be mean to you. And I'm telling you right now, boo-boo, that's not the way that you want to go. You do not want to be a bitter ass bitch. You don't want to be that person, because who the fuck wants to be around that? I seen all your little friends and stuff that you had at your table, but how long is that gonna last if you're always gonna be angry, if you're always gonna be bitter all the damn time? That's even when you were sitting at that table with your friends, it really came off like you just really like a, I don't give a fuck. Like, you're very nonchalant about a lot of things, and that's okay to be like that on certain situations, but in general, that shit's not cute and it's not becoming. And you're actually a very attractive young man, but that shit makes you look very ugly. And you're that personality trait of yours, it makes you come off very unattractive. And that's just me being as real as I can. Tay Anthony, I don't know, apparently you must have did some crazy shit last season, because you're acting like you're playing the Dr. Heavenly role this season, which is, I'm on a spiritual journey and I'm trying not to go back that way and I'm trying to do better. I'm not trying to knock whatever it is that he's going through and what he's trying to change and stuff, but it felt like a lot of times he's full of shit too. So I don't really care for either parties. That's where I'm coming from. Okay, but the whole season, these two have fought like twice before the season even started. Now, I was always confused because Darion said that Tay Anthony stole money from him. And he kept saying like, oh, he's disputing all of these charges, and I just never understood. I gave up after like episode 3 trying to figure out how is it that he stole the money. Nothing made fucking sense to me. When I'm telling y'all, this is why I feel like this whole storyline between them was made the fuck up or was exaggerated or something for this season. Not to say they didn't really have beef, but because come to find the fuck out, because the host was like, we gotta figure out who's telling the truth. Tay Anthony says that a friend found a credit card at Walmart. Let's stop right there. We're gonna stop right there. So y'all some scamming ass people. So that's so okay, fine. We're scamming. All right, cool. Fine. Do what you gotta do. And that person hooked up that credit card to Tay Anthony's PayPal and then sent himself $10. Was he trying to get a dime? Okay. Tay Anthony and Darion went out to the club or something like that, and Tay sent Darion $200 from that same PayPal account that was attached to that person's credit card, or they put that credit card attached to that PayPal account. What the fuck ever. The person whose credit card it was, once they realized that it was stolen and being used, they started disputing all of the charges. And so now this is what Tay said, and please correct me if I'm wrong. I think Tay was saying that because of the fact that that credit card was connected to the PayPal account, anything that he had ever sent Darion, that person was disputed and they got that money back. Now, there's just so many things wrong with this. Number one, you kind of sort of told on yourself. You kind of sort of snitched on yourself without even, I don't know if you realized that you snitched on yourself or what, but you just kind of told on yourself that you was pretty much running a scam. Even if you didn't find, because you saying a friend found the card at Walmart, why would you allow somebody to connect a credit card that you know is not theirs or yours to your PayPal account, where all your information is, your banking account information is, your name, all of that, so that can easily be tracked? That makes absolutely no sense to me, and that is some shady, funny style ass shit. And also, what I'm confused about is, so what that does mean is that, well, it's just a few things. Let me say this first. If all of this is true, how was Tay Anthony stealing from Darion? Because from what I get, what he's saying is that the only charges that, and I could be wrong, so somebody could please correct me if I'm wrong, because I rewinded it 4 times, but I really didn't get it. I tried to get it, but I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. It seems like what Tay was saying is that anything that Tay had ever sent to Darion, that is what was being disputed, and that's what was getting kicked back. So I remember seeing one of the statements on there, and it said like 300 and some change or something like that. So that means that the majority, that Tay was telling the truth in the sense of, why would I steal from you when I give you money? So Darion, excuse me, maybe I'm wrong, but how is it that he's stealing from me if this was money that he gave you? Now, I can understand Indian giving. That makes sense. Indian giving. But to say that he stole from you, that is what was confusing to me, because he kept saying, oh, he's disputing. Well, what the fuck? It really made no sense. So what I'm getting is that Tay Anthony used to send you money all the time, and you got mad because of the fact that your account was affected by the fact that, because of whatever happened with the Walmart card. But wouldn't that mean, because Tay said, this is why I'm confused, Tay said, well, when all of that happened, that affected all of his stuff. But my thing is, wouldn't that only affect the stuff that you've sent him? Not like for instance, if he's getting like a payroll check or something like that, that shouldn't affect that, should it not? Should those disputes not affect that? Shouldn't it only come from if you're cash apping him over stuff, or if you're sending him something through PayPal? I don't know. I'm really thoroughly confused, and it makes me feel like I was bamboozled this whole fucking season about this storyline, and it's low-key pissing me the fuck. It pissed me off, no lie. I was really sitting here like, are you serious? So this is what we really dealt with the whole season for this bullshit. This is exactly why I really didn't pay that shit no attention after like 3 episodes, because I was fucking confused. Okay, to wrap this shit the fuck up, Tay, my baby mama Tay, told Dion to not come for her because he was saying that she was doing veneers in the basement. Don't come for my boo like that. I love you, Dion, but don't come for bae. Don't come for bae, because I'll see you about her. Okay? I'm joking, y'all. And then Chris finally got to speak, and they asked Chris, like, why did you shade Darion about his party and saying that it was empty? And I respect the fact that Chris stood on what she said. She was like, look, I said what I said. It was empty. It wasn't organized. The song was cool, but in general, it just wasn't organized. It didn't look organized to me, Chris, so I'm with you. And everybody's talking about, oh, I like the song. I heard the song. The song is not that good. Y'all just being nice to that man. Your flow on a lot of these songs, you're off beat as Darian, since you want to pop off so much at everybody, I'm gonna pop off at you right now. You're off beat as fuck. You be off beat as fuck on damn near all of them songs that I heard by you. Okay. But good luck on your dream though. Fix that attitude. I bet you ain't gonna get too far. That's probably why you ain't get too far now, because of that damn attitude. Okay. And then Chris finally, and I knew that this was gonna come up. They asked Darian, why is it that he said he, when talking about Chris. Oh, what I mean she, when talking about Chris to, I believe it was like Tay or somebody, and then you giggled afterward, and he's talking about some, well, I already pulled Chris to the side and I told her what I said and I didn't mean it, this is that and third, but then you want to get on Instagram and still talk about it. And Chris said, yeah, I sure did, because the way that you presented it to me was not the way that actually happened. You tried to make it seem like, oh, it was just like an accident or it was just unjust, but you actually laughed. You did that shit on purpose. He did that shit on purpose, Chris. I'm glad you ain't fall for his shit. He did that shit on purpose because I literally just binge watched the whole thing today. He did that shit on purpose and I caught it, and I'm glad you called him the fuck out. And Darren, this is my problem with you. Why couldn't you have just apologized? Why couldn't you have just said, you know what, Chris? I was wrong for that. I shouldn't have did it, and just left it right there. Why are you trying to go back and forth with her? For what? Oh my gosh. But I'm going to tell you this. The problem I got with this damn reunion. Why did it go off that way? I'm talking about at least for part one. Why did it go off the way that it went? There was no type of like, okay, next time, or cut at the end. Y'all need to fix those transitions. But outside of that, the reunion, it is what it was. It is what it was. It is what it is. Tay, you can hit me up, boo. You can hit me up. And the rest of y'all cool. Like I said, I really don't have no ill will. I don't hate anybody on this cast. I hate Darion's attitude, but I don't hate him as a person. I think he's actually very attractive. But that outfit that you had on was complete trash. Everybody else, y'all fine by me. Milan, I just feel like I did like Mulan when the season first started, but after a while it was just like, oh, you're just there. You're kind of just there. And I appreciate somebody who's just there versus somebody who's gonna be annoying as fuck. And Dion, you're a key. You're a fucking key. Tell me what y'all think about it. If y'all watch the show, if y'all don't watch the show, please go check it out. The Come Up Atlanta. I did not get paid to do this. Don't nobody pay me to do shit. I'm just telling y'all. If y'all can deal with certain shit and y'all can deal with the mess, this is a decent show to watch. I'm about to go watch the New York season, so I'm out. Bye.